Good morning. In another nondescript location, this is TJ McCormick with Sing the Word. And this morning, going back to an old song. This song, I'm sorry to say, we just got to keep, pleading it, singing it, claiming it, doing it. Bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, slander, malice just doesn't look good. Doesn't. Kindness, tenderheartedness, forgiveness. Ah, that looks good. Shall we? Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, along with all malice. Be kind one to another, tender-hearted, loving each other, just as God in Jesus Christ also has forgiven you. Let all bitterness, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, along with all malice. Be kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving each other, just as God in Jesus Christ also has forgiven you. Be kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving each other, just as God in Jesus Christ also has forgiven you. Well, good morning. If you're up at 4:45 Pacific Coast time, you are a beast, a worshiping beast. This is TJ McCormick with Sing the Word. And this morning we are talking about probably the most important thing you can do in your spiritual life. Two little bitty verses. Two little bitty verses. Big impact. These will change your very life, your soul. These will. Yesterday I sang about getting rescued from the wrath to come, and hold on. This is the formula. This is the formula. Let bad go, let good come out of you. How do you do it? Let me tell you, it's a lifelong chore to try to get rid of some of this stuff. I have problems. I've told you before, I'm Irish. Anger is like in my DNA. It's terrible. And I get angry at the dumbest, littlest things. Things trigger me, and it just I don't always have a hold of it. I'm getting better. But man, there are days when I get mad at the dumbest things. And I'll give you my unscientific version of anger management in just a moment. But let's look at the word first. That's probably the most important thing. Let all bitterness. Bitter, party of two. Your table is ready. Oh man, we've all suffered bitterness. We've all had to find ourselves wronged. And it just doesn't leave this ice cream gelato good taste in your mouth. It's actually pretty crummy. It's kind of like a mix of sand, aluminum foil, and something a dog does in the park. You're left with such a bad taste in your mouth. And Paul admits there is bitterness. You're going to have it. You're going to have wrath. You're going to have all these things that are coming up. But it's not the fact that you get them, it's the fact of how you process them that makes all the difference. All the difference. Wrath. Whoa, I'm just insane angry, so I'm just gonna the wrath of TJ. You know, it's like that's what wrath is. It's just uncontrollable insanity, and I get that. Oh Lord, please forgive me and strengthen me and put your love in my life and take away that wrath, anger. That's kind of low level wrath, but it's still there and it's seething inside you. Maybe you're not, living angry. You're not cutting people off on the freeway. You're not punching holes in walls. You're not honking at old ladies crossing the street, but it's this the low level stuff. Clamor. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't like this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Clamor, 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 clamor. And slander. Do you know what you did to me? You did this and that and that and this and oh gosh, making up stories about people just because you're mad at them. Oh, and don't forget, along with all malice. Yeah, I think of malice like a pirate. I think pirates have malice. That just bad intentions. They're just not gonna be satisfied until they've got their grog and they've got whatever else pirates take. So malice, it's just like you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you back. And I have a very vivid example of that in my life, which I'm not going to tell you about because my PO doesn't want me to. I'm just kidding. Now, here's the good news. Oh, yeah, I combed my hair today. It's kind of weird. The good news is that the first two words are let all, and then a list bitterness, wrath, anger, clamor, slander, malice. Be put away from you. You can't do it by yourself. I can't do it by myself. For us angerholics, for rageaholics like us, we need help. We need help. Maybe a group, maybe um, the Holy Spirit. You think He can help? Yes, He can. But we have to be willing to give up utterly, completely, without any reservation, all the things in verse 31, because we got to get to verse 32. Be kind one to another. And I love kindness. I love kindness. Kindness just breeds more kindness, and then there's even more kindness after that kindness, and then it just keeps going. What is kindness? What is kindness? My friend said, hey, when you're in line at a fast food place, why don't you pay for the car behind you? That's kindness. There's no expectation of thanks or anything. It's just like you drive up and it's like, hey, you don't owe me anything. Your order's good. That's kindness. That's kind of cool. Tender-hearted. This is the thing that you cannot experience at all when you're mad. Because a tender heart is a heart that can feel somebody else's pain, somebody else's life. There's stuff going on in other people's lives. You are not the only thing in another person's life, especially when that other person is mad at you. And I'm slowly learning that. It's hard because I take things personally. I'm Irish. But people are living their lives and they see me, they see you, and sometimes we're easy targets to get doused. And that's where tenderheartedness stops being a concept and starts being a hard truth. If you can be tender hearted to other people that are wronging you, that are beating you up, that are, whatever they're doing, even if they're just annoying you, tender heartedness is just basically, hey, I get it. You're having a bad day. You want to pray about it? Want me to get you a coffee? It's like that's what's happening here. Forgiving each other. Man, that's a good thing. And I've heard people say, well, forgiveness is kind of more for the person than it is for the guy who wronged you or whatever. But the Bible doesn't really say that per se. I think we have to forgive each other. Forgiving yourself, I think that might be all in a different world, and I don't want to get into that right now. But I definitely say we've got to forgive each other. People that have hurt us. And man, if somebody hurts you, like a business person, somebody's working and they just trounce you. Something happened at work, or you're at a store and somebody just doesn't like you. There's a backstory, there's a reason, there's stuff. Is it you? If you were if you're up here, if you were bitter and railing on, then yeah, maybe it was you. And it is personal. But most of the time, if you walk in and you're more like this side, somebody gets mad at you, you can't take it personally because it's you. It's like you're living the Christ life. You're living a life that is tenderhearted, kind, forgiving. Wow, how can you get mad at that? Well, people find a way. Now, all this boils down to one thing: live like Christ. I know I look kind of weird. Actually, I should drink some water. The coffee in this nondescript place is horrible. It's terrible. Live a Christ life, just as God and Jesus Christ has also forgiven you. All right, so come back up here to wronged any human being in this than those who tortured, then murdered man on a Roman cross on a Jewish hill. No, you have never been wronged more than that. And then Jesus says, "Forgive them; they know." Around all that stuff, and you don't unpack it and get down to this stuff, you are going to be just a seething, molten lava Now,